Drowned. Ooh, lag. Drowned. Hello everybody, Morilibus here. We are in the Olympus. We are in it. We're not playing on it, we are in it. Yeah. I've started letting some cobble despawn. I'm just sick of it. Somebody here? I mean here at my house. There's noise. But I also hear zombies. Okay, so what I've done is I think I've prepped this for the most part. Ready for TNT. I've made this weird little pattern underneath. Oops. And I don't really... Let's see if I can explain why. I wanted to clear out all the lava and get all the resources at the bottom for sure, all the diamonds and stuff. And I'm still going to dig up this because it's right now basically a great slime farm. And there are a few slime chunks that I can see that are being problematic. So basically I just dug this out so I could see everything. So every block is basically exposed by one direction or another, so it's easy... Basically guarantees that I get everything out of it. And it wasn't my main goal of that. My main goal is actually, I think if I spaced it out too much more, the TNT wouldn't do a good enough job blowing everything up. So that's another reason why I did it so compact. But it also means that we got pretty much everything out of here that that's possible. So by making this last little goofy design at the bottom, it's providing 2 blocks for the TNT at the bottom to stand on. So hopefully it won't get exploded and just drop all the way down. But then you can see that there's no block that doesn't have access to another block, like an air, the tunnel. And that's the only reason I kind of cut out this one, is because there could have been something hiding in there. But again, mainly just so the TNT has the best chance of taking everything out. So yeah, I'm gonna remove all this before I do it. Are you in there somewhere? Probably. And when I'm laying the TNT down, I'll probably patch things like that. So these are where, these strips here are where the TNT is going to be above. I don't really want to use cobble though, because that will probably survive. Oh, hey guy, you got chainmail. Give it to me. Give it to me. Give it to... Yes! We got it! Perfect. I needed a chest piece. Damian said he has one as well. Already has projectile on it, so we might buy that off of him for some goodies. I think he would take some glowstone and the like. Yeah, just slimes everywhere. They're everywhere. I hate them. But yeah, I haven't done a video in a few days. I didn't get a chance to record during the week. So everything I'm doing is here. It's on the weekend, so yeah. Didn't get one out to you on Friday, didn't get one out to you on Saturday. Kind of a shame. I've been keeping all the resources I've been gathering down here for now. So this is what I've been getting out of that massive chunk. And this is only part of it. Some of it I had brought up. But for the most part, that should be all of it. But yeah, it's getting to the point where I just got too much stone, too much cobblestone. I don't know what to do with it. And if I were to send this up, it would probably cause problems. Actually, what I want to do today... I don't know if I need to change this one. I should. I probably will. Okay, we're going to revamp these item elevators. When I was streaming last weekend, maybe I'll just store the cobble down here. I think I have some other stuff down here. Yeah. Let's just do that. And the gravel we can take up. And the chain piece we'll go bring up and possibly repair. Oh man, I have like no food. I'm starving. Oops. Too far up. Other than that, I can show you what we've been working on. But yeah, so the elevator broke again. So I'm going to just change it. You guys showed me one in the stream. It doesn't have any moving parts. It relies on hitbox changes on a fence. So I think we're going to do that. And it'll give a nice effect too, compared to what the current one does. And the new one actually does kind of more what I would hope to have before anyway. So right now, items go up in like groups. They get dispensed out. No block, man. No block. Gonna lose it. Gonna lose it. No, I'm good. So yeah, this thing spits out a bunch of items, piston comes up, and then they all go up as one kind of large group. So you never really see items going up here because chances you're looking and you're in the correct distance, because it seems like items unrender, at least client side, when you get like not too far away from them. So like if I were back here, for instance, I may not be able to see the items even though they are there. But yeah, so but what we're gonna do, bring out some stone. I'm pretty sure I filled up on some ice. We'll get some glass, and that's about it. We're gonna rip out this thing. And that means that some items got stuffed over here. So if you're new to the channel, this is what happens if the chunk unloads, but part of it's being kept alive by this redstone and the hoppers and stuff. So I haven't been able to completely get rid of it. Okay, so that's what this one does. It's going to start spitting those items out after either if it gets enough items in it, equivalent to 3 stacks, which is being throttled over here. So once this inventory, that inventory is equal to or greater than this one, it'll start firing, or if enough time passes, this clock will make it fire anyway. Yeah, there you go. So that's the way this one works. I'm gonna just cut and tear this out, and I'll bring you guys back with the new design. Go. Go. Just waiting for these guys to go. It's okay. I'll also link you to the video of the guy that I found it from, or I mean that the stream people kindly linked me to. He's got some pretty innovative stuff in the video. There's no dialogue, but it's just kind of a flyby. But the elevator itself is really easy to build. In fact, once you see it done, you could build it yourself. So be right back. Woo! Alright. So I've gone ahead and converted this first one. I don't know how well it works yet. I haven't done like a full-scale test on it or anything. But essentially, if you haven't seen this, it relies on fences. So we have a regular fence right there that's not connected to anything except that other fence. And then that fence post right there is connected on all 4 sides. And if you send an item down the side, so it has to be hugging the wall, it will go and it'll just go straight up. It's really weird. It may get fixed eventually, I don't know. It's probably something to do with their hitboxes. But if we, for instance, throw those in, now the only downside is that lags me incredibly. But so would the other one. It shouldn't be any different than the other one. But there they go. Simple as that. And I think the main reason it's really lagging is because I don't have any of this lit up. So we're getting probably a bunch of lighting updates, and I'm just trying not to melt any ice, but that's probably not going to happen, I don't think. I think we're okay. I think the water will help keep it not from melting. But I'll do a double check and make sure nothing does get melted. Oh, they're talking about something super secret. Ready, set. So you can see they're coming along the side, and for what they just gonna go, and they go straight up. But I'm gonna keep this in place. This will still be like an overflow. If anything does get spat out the back, it should just end up right on these hoppers. I think typically you're supposed to put blocks here and here as well. So I might do that. I'll probably simply redirect these guys. And then I'm going to go do the exact same thing for the one down at the bottom. Okay, here I am at the bottom. I'll just show you quickly how I'm doing it. I think this is correct. I mean, it worked, so hopefully it doesn't bug out. But essentially you have this one fence post like that, and the other one all the way in there with 3 blocks around it that are solid. And that did work out quite well for me up top. In terms of my beacon, it didn't require me to... The beacon beams could still get through because they weren't any of these blocks. So that's about it. And then all we gotta do is add some more ice. With a pick would be useful. So yeah, I'll have to create some trail, and I'll probably back these hoppers up a bit, or maybe I'll push this into that wall a bit, and the items will just get automatically dispensed anytime there is one. Okay, I think I got this one figured out in terms of how to do just the auto thing. Here I use the concept that used to be used in the item elevators. I just lock the hopper while that one's being dispensed. And the only reason it doesn't work too well as item elevator anymore, I think, is just because of the butting problems with hoppers or droppers. So that'll work. We are right on the border of the outside here, so if I get rid of this dirt, we actually poke through. So I either have to re-landscape, or we'll just keep it really nice and closed. So I think that'll be okay. I'll just fill that in. Here I'll put stairs, and essentially I'm just going to have items spit directly into that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We will put a slab there, and then there'll be another water source right here. Alright, I need to make some more stairs, and that ice might melt. Oh, my timer's gone. Where'd my timer go? Come back, timer. But yeah, this one should be ready to go here very quickly. Just do that for aesthetics. And I'll probably slab this whole area to prevent anything else from spawning back here, because there is slime chunks somewhere. I don't know exactly where. And on the other side of this wall too is the other side. Alright, so that will turn to water, and that is fine. And then I think I'll just put that there. I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be a solid block. And we'll just put glass over top for now. Doot, and break you. And there we go. And then now if we introduce some redstone, let's see if it works. Oops. Oh my god, it's D-Gamer. Woohoo! D-Gamer has started college, so he's a little bit absent these days, which is okay. School is #1. But there we go. So that'll send up redstone anytime that it gets one, and it'll just automatically spit it out. I think I might set this up down below. I mean, this is pretty slow, but it should actually keep up just fine with this system. Like, we're obviously not getting more redstone right now than it can get rid of. But there are a lot of people on, but I mean, even if this thing was running at full speed, I don't think it would be an issue. Cool. So there we go. We got rid of our problems. Oh, people want to log. I'll bring you guys back and we'll move on to something else here. Okay, so I threw in some ice, so we should see the ice coming along. And hopefully it keeps going. It looks like it is. So that should be good, because this is as quickly as it really should get items. And yeah, this one I did a little bit different. This one I just kind of turned it into an auto clock, which we might keep. In fact, I might set up something, a more complex system with lots of droppers, so that it can move more items. So instead of this being the bottleneck whenever I put items into these hopper lines, it's all going to clog up down to here, and it'll all be spitting out one at a time. So this will be our bottleneck, but I could theoretically put more than one dropper that's going to spit some items into the streams, and then we should be good. And then here I can check down here if there's any items ever in here, and I could, and I might set up the bell again, just so I have some audible cue, so I'll probably do that. And then we're going to look at some TNT mechanics. So we're getting that place ready to blow up. So what I want to do is get a good idea, get a good plan going, and I want to figure out the best distance to have the TNT apart from. So we're going to try various things like 3 apart, 4 apart, 5 apart, just to see which one works the best. I think that should work. That will turn you off. I'll probably have to put another clock. I can't remember how I did it before. Because that's going to turn that off, which will allow a clock to run. So why don't we just do something like this? That would be redstone. I need to get back up. Let me up. And with a blink of an eye, it's done. And it's done. Okay, so now if anything gets stuck in here, it should allow this little clock to go. Let's hope it doesn't. And I fixed that. Woo! So I think everything's blocked in that needs to be blocked in. The only thing that might happen is items might get stuck right here if they do fly up and then fall. What should I do about that? Nothing! I'll just pillar up. Okay, let's give it a test here. Let's grab some cobblestone. Throw that in. Throw you in. Oh, let's throw everything I don't want in. Don't want you anymore. Don't want you. Sure. Nope. Run out of room. Now, the way this one, I don't think it will run into any problems from unloading chunks and the like. The best, I think the worst case scenario is the dispenser will try to dispense items, but they won't get dispensed until the chunk loads, so they'd all get dispensed at once. And I don't know how well this thing can handle a whole ton of items at once. So that would be the only issue. But yeah, now when this thing is running, we get a nice trickle effect of items. So that's kind of cool. Hard to see in the beacon, actually. I don't even think the middle one has an effect on. I think I just have it there for looks. But I think I like that better, so thank you guys for suggesting it and showing it to me. Now we get this cool, and I don't think it'll add too much in terms of lag or anything like that. At the most, I'm not sure how many items will be out, but they get thrown back into hoppers right away. So it's only when they're up. Nice. Cool, cool. All right, let's go play with some TNT. No, not furnaces. Whoa, that's weird. Okay, so essentially this is what we have underneath our foot. I mean, it goes like that, right? We got tunnels. There may be gaps, there may not be, so I'm not even going to worry about anything on the side. All I want to figure out is, will the TNT spread to the next one? And I think a lot of the spacing depends on kind of which way the TNT jumps. So whenever you light TNT, it tends to like jump up and then it moves over. So it may not be on the very center of the block. Like it starts in the center, it's all lined up, ignites, and then it shifts. So I think depending on which way that shifts, depends on like if it will trigger the next one or not. Now I think 4 should always go, but let's try. And the other thing I want to check is, yeah, so that's good. So it set off the other one without causing, without blowing up the blocks below it. Like sometimes if you put them too close, that might not even work, but if you put them too close, this explosion's going to cause this guy to drop. Okay, I don't know if you saw that, but he did drop. So he dropped down an extra block before blowing up. And that can cause problems for chaining. So if that guy drops, he may no longer be in the right distance to get the next guy to chain. So I think 4 blocks between. Let's try 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if we do every 6 blocks, for instance, I don't think it's going to. It's pretty tiny, but it's cool. I don't know what he's talking about, ladies, but... Okay, so that's 5. Now that did go off, but I think this is the case where it might not always go off. And I'm just doing it above ground, I mean, I have tons of stone, so this isn't a waste. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, is that right? Okay, let's try again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now let's see if they all chain. For my standards, it is. What are they talking about? We'll check in a second. Okay, so there we saw it didn't chain. I'm guessing it's because... Okay, this one should because it jumped over to the left. So it will get that other guy to go. Okay, so I think we've learned what we need to learn. I think as long as we do 4 in between. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. We should get reliable chaining. And we shouldn't have where this TNT can blow up this block, causing this TNT to fall down here, so that when he explodes, he's not going to chain that guy. So I think we are good. We're good. So the next step is going to be me filling up this place. But I'm not going to do that on camera, and I still got to wait, hopefully, for when Iroh's back, just in case we destroy the server. But I'll probably go into each hole. 1, 2, 3, 4, yoink. And hopefully I can get good at placing it. And I'm just going to do that all the way through. And I might even space them a little bit out, so they're not all like this one. I'll start at right at the beginning, and then the next tunnel I do, maybe I'll space it there. Hopefully that'll provide a bit more kind of spreading out of explosions. I don't know what I'm saying. That's the goal. And I'm hoping what we'll achieve, what we'll get is, instead of like the last one we blew up, where it just basically became one gigantic explosion, which was cool. I'm hoping this one will just chain its way through the system, hopefully. So we could just kind of, and that way it won't tax the server as much either. We won't have all this TNT going off at the same time. We'll just have it kind of chaining its way down, hopefully. That's why I did the tunnels instead of the bores this time. But yeah, that'll be stuff I do off camera. So we're going to finish off with, I think I'll show you guys what I have been working on off camera throughout the week. I don't know if I was really playing too much this week, but I did get some done since the last episode, I do believe. Let's find a way in. There we go. I don't know what these guys are talking about. There you go. I know sometimes it's cool to see the chat, so be back in an hour. Do you give me approval? Some other stuff happening. I'll let you guys read. And there we go. Alright, I'm going to head up to the top. Going on up. Let's do it. Okay, what I've been trying to do is, we talked about if I could just get like a quarter of the thing done, we could get an idea of what it looked like. So that's what I've been working on. Well, let's just keep going up, I guess. I've been trying to get that done. I don't have it done yet. And I might have done a bit more up there. I'm not too sure. It sounds like you guys like that pattern, so I think I'm going to just try to make it, try to work it in wherever I can. If there's room for a sphere, I'll put it. If there isn't, it'll just get filled in with wood. And it's a little awkward in places like this, but we'll see. That was probably a laggy block that didn't go away. Do I have dirt? I have dirt. Woohoo! So yeah, we'll finish up this episode. Might be a little bit of a shorter one for you guys, but that's okay. Damian, there's a bunch of people on. We got D-Gamer, Damian, running for 4th. Jordan was just on. He'll be back. Damian just got pranked by somebody. So go check out his channel. I don't know if the video will be up yet. But it was just happened today. So, woo, voice crack. As of me recording, it has happened. So, yeah, definitely go check out his channel and sub to him if you're not already sub to him. We'll just keep giving shout-outs to each other. But yeah, no, he's worth watching. He takes a lot of time for his episodes, puts a lot of work. He always makes sure he's accomplished something in his episodes. So unlike me, where I run around sometimes like an idiot, just blabbing and we get nothing done, he doesn't do those. He's more professional. He makes sure that you get something, some product at the end of the video. Alright, so here we go. I've done a little bit of changing down there. And I've basically been going with the idea of these beams that just keep going. I liked how it looked there. You get a beam, it goes up a bit higher, and then it goes up, and it's a couple blocks higher than the rest of the stepping of the surfaces. So, but going around these corners, it's been a little bit more tricky to get that to work. I tried just kind of going to one side, so no matter what, I'd go to left or to the right or however, but then I tried making them bigger, so they're 2 by 2, and I don't know if that works. I don't have anything around them at the moment, so it's a little bit iffy, and I'm not sure how this looks now, but... And I'll probably change some patterns. Oh, I changed this out. You can take a look at. You can kind of see from this side. It's very similar to the window. I took that design and I brought it over here to bring in some consistencies. And I tried messing around with some of that, but I ended up just putting it back. And some of this I'll probably change. I don't really like when I do this, where it's just a non-stop series of stairs with no real pattern. It kind of feels like a cop-out, like I'm just filling it in with whatever. So I'll probably change it. I'll probably change some of these other ones too. Where I use the brickwork I like, because I think it adds variety in itself, that you can do a repeating pattern in large scale. But some of these I don't think I can. So we're going to have to do something about it. Like there, it kind of works. Even here, it's a little bit iffy. But here you can see I've widened this piece of wood to 2 wide instead of 1 wide. If you want to see what it used to look like, you can see it here. That's the old design. So that hasn't changed, and I haven't changed much of anything else in there. But I think I might, because I don't think I like what's going on. The other thing I tried to do out of pearls is I did this side. So I used the same idea here, where I basically have a solid block going up along the outside, and then I put stairs on top of stairs to get this little rectangle. So I do the same thing over here, and actually I did it in 2 locations. Not sure. And then I started adding in some more spruce, which I needed a lot of spruce. I don't know. I ended up building another temporary wood farm, essentially. It's where it's going to be, I think. I just haven't laid it out. Got to go. See you, fancy. So yeah, I threw out this spruce. Basically the same type I had before. Just to give me some more logs. So this is kind of where the tree farm is going to be, but I don't even know if it's like the same on both sides. I pretty much just randomly went around, so I don't even know if it's a good shape. So I'll probably change that. And I've been hiding some light up in these guys. And I've been putting those right in the middle here. So a piece of glowstone. So once it's on both sides, it's not going to be visible. Except from maybe like this angle, you'd be able to see the glowstone. So I think that might be cool if it's lit up at the nighttime. But yeah, I'm still trying to see. But I think once I get the rest of these things in place, and then I got to figure out how to make this come up all the way. So I think once we have this blade mostly filled in, and this curve of the wall mostly done, I think we'll have a pretty good idea of what this place is going to look like. But yeah, that's about it, I think. Other things we could talk about. Let's go look at the change I made to the window. 1.7 snapshots have come about. There's a 36A and 36B, I believe. Our goal is not to go on the snapshots as of right now, since a lot of it is terrain generation and stuff like that. We don't want to go ahead and load it on here in case people go out exploring and loading new chunks, and then we get more generation changes, and then people explore more and generate new chunks. So we're all trying to stay put and not explore. But you never know. We're not. We got a Skype group, but not all the people that play on the server are always paying attention to that Skype group. So we could update, and then we could have a rogue player go out and explore a whole bunch and make a whole bunch of nasty borders for us to deal with. So currently we're not going to be updating. As far as I know, we may look at it again or reschedule. No. reconvene and see if we want to, if there's some new features that we want. Like there are new features in the new snapshots. So, and I know like the Minecrackers, they might update. They're not leaving the main continent, so they got a little bit more control over. We've got people all over the place. We got people off the main continent and stuff like that. So here you go. So left side changed, right side not changed. I did kind of like that at first, and there is parts of it I do like, but I think it's just too busy and it's too repetitive for such a large area. So I'll probably rip out these ones as well, and I believe they're on the inside. Wait for jump boost, wait for jump boost. There it is. Yeah, I think it goes around, and I think I was going to have them there. I'll probably change this, or maybe I'll bring this and have it wrap around to this wall as well, and then we'll figure out something for this face. Maybe even just copying that again. But I think that's going to be it, guys. So sorry for the late episode, or the lack of episodes, but here it is. And I will be recording some more Outlast. So I only recorded that one episode that you saw, and then I stopped playing. But it sounds like you guys would be interested in more, so we are going to go ahead and do that. And yeah, I'm going to try to record a bit more tonight once it gets dark out. So it should be fun. I want to see these things go up. Come on, blocks! Right now, they're traveling down to there, heading over in this direction, maybe. Anybody want to join TeamSpeak? Oh, we might join them in a second, once I get rid of you guys. There they go! Yeah, so I like that a lot better, actually, than just having the one large sump get thrown up. So great idea, guys. That looks a lot cooler, having items, whatever, going up there. Sort of randomly, sort of not. The witch items from the witch farm, those will be pretty random. So we should see redstone and sticks on occasion. Cool, cool. Alright, so I'm probably going to do some more grunt work, go down to that pit, dig out all the blocks underneath that thing so I can prevent slimes from spawning, because I hate them so much. I hate them, I hate them, I hate them. And then I'm going to probably start placing TNT. The other thing I wanted to do, and why I kind of annihilated the bottom, was to make sure there's no lava that could possibly accidentally set off the TNT. So that thing is lava-less right now, for the most part. There might be some down at the bottom there, but I should find it once I start digging out. And then we're good to go. Woo! Alright guys, for sure, goodbye. We've just been rambling. See? Dom-Man wouldn't do this. He'd throw the footage away. He's much more professional. Go watch him. Bye-bye! You know, and the other guys too, I suppose, running and Fancy and whoever else you like. Watch them all. Watch them all, I say. Goodbye. Yay! I made a slime farm! Yay!